Hi everyone, welcome again to episode 3. I can't believe that we're doing this, but I decided to do 2 episodes per week because or else it would drag it would drag on and on for too long. So today I decided to so I had an inspiration. So sometimes what happens is I have inspiration from my previous stuff that I've done before in my journal. I don't know if that happens to you. So taking inspiration from this envelope, so it's like a pocket, right? So it's a pocket, and I thought I would like to do something like that, and I saw this page in the magazine. See how it's like an envelope? So I'm gonna have it will not exactly be the same, but I'm taking that concept, so I'm actually folding that. So I tried it. I can fold that there, and I'm not actually making the envelope, but the concept is there. So then I'm going to glue it to here, but I'm going to build a collage around this, and then you can actually put things in here like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue the sides. So what I'm going to do is to glue here, and glue here. So that's there. I may have to, I'm just wondering whether I need to glue this on the inside too. I may have to, or else it might start coming out. So that. And before I glue it onto the book, I was just thinking, because I saw these little cute, can you see the mushrooms? Yep. So I was thinking I might cut the mushrooms out and put them here. So I've cut around these mushrooms. They look really cute, which I'm going to glue over here. But I wanted to tell you that when you cut around here like that and just leave a bit of a border, that's what it's, and quite close, that's called fussy cutting. Usually people do that for flowers. If you see this one here, which I did in my other journal, when I cut it, I did not leave any white around it, and that's just, I don't know, that's not called fussy cutting. So if you come and if you don't know what that means, when you come across that word fussy cutting, that means that you leave a bit of a border around it. Sometimes it has a really nice effect. Actually here, I'll show you this one here. Have a look here. So that's, I've left a bit of a border, and sometimes it actually gives the it looks like a sticker. So that's the impression you want to give. Anyway, I decided, so I found this picture as well in the magazine, and I decided I might put that there and just here like that. So this is what I do normally, just trying playing around with it. I'm okay with having the words on the background because it just adds a bit of interest. I think I might glue that, and then we can glue it to the book. Yeah, I'm happy. I don't think I'm going to collage the envelope itself, so I'm just going to pause for a sec. Sorry, I had to move rubbish out of the way. It was getting very annoying. So I'm just going to go ahead and just glue that here. Oh my goodness. Finding it hard to just pick it up. I might just do the middle one first. Here we go. I just want to thank you for the lovely comments that everyone has made about my video. I thank you so much for your support, your kind words. I appreciate it. because this is all really new to me, and I'm so glad that you feel inspired by this, and I'm beyond grateful. Okay, now that is not going to work because I want that underneath. Now that's why I like using that's why I do like using glue stick, because you can quickly remove it, put it underneath, because I like that sitting up there. That's what it's meant to be. And I'm going to put that here like this, so that we can slip little things in here. And I may make a couple of tags to show you how you make a couple of tags, and you can put little things, hide little things in there, secret spots, right? So, and then I'm just, oops, wrong way, gonna put that there. So as you can see, the last couple of episode 1 and 2, I used the 2 pages and they blend into each other, but this time these two can be quite separate, and that's going to be okay. So I've got another idea for that, but what I might do before I do that, I'm going to make a tag or two. So I wanted to show you, these are clothing tags that I collected, so because they're in my stash, so I'm trying not to use anything that's bought, but what I've collected. And this so I'm going to use this, and then I think I found this in the magazine. I might use him. So the other way, if you don't have these, is you can actually, so the other way I was thinking was, I had this, which everyone has packaging in their pantry when they finish, or in their rubbish. This is quite thin, so I would cut up, so I can show you. So say if you didn't have this tag, I'll give you the measurements in a minute. You could always use this and just roughly, and again it depends on the size of your envelope and your so you can cut it up like that. And if you have a hole punch, now you may not have a single hole punch, which I do have, but you may have a paper punch, that's fine too. Or worst come to worst, if you don't have one, just make a hole with a knife. And actually the other way is so use a knife and make a hole. Or the other way, if you don't, I'll show you in a minute, because I'm not going to use string, assuming that I don't have any string. So I'm just assuming a lot of things, restricting myself to only what I have, because normally I would use fabric. You can use fabric, but assuming if you didn't have this, or you didn't have any string, then I'll show you a way that you can make a tag without it. So let me just go ahead and build this first. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this blue again from the last 2 episodes. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and make a collage. Make a collage here. I might use a bit of brown. So I'm just gonna put the brown on the edges, because it just gives, so it just offsets that color. And so this one here, what I might do is just see if, because I want that to be visible. I want that part to be visible and not have the dog cover it. So this is Pebbles. Pebble looks very cute. can go there. So again, it's a matter of experimenting and what you've got obviously in your stash. Don't like this white thing, so I'm just gonna cut it off. I'm just gonna pause for a sec. Alright, I've made a rough collage. Now you could either cut these. I haven't done the back yet. I will do that in a minute. And oops, sorry. I will do the back in a minute. And so what I was going to say, if you didn't have, so we'll use this. If you didn't have string, but you just want to use, remember this was from the magazine, you can always put a tag here. So I've stuffed that there, and I'm just going to staple that. Alright, I'm gonna fix the back and show you in a minute. Alright, I've done the back, and that's simple. I don't have to do anything fancy for that. So that's one. And I'm just going to flip through my magazine and find another one, and I'm just going to do that. So alright, so what I thought was, I saw this, so I've cut it out, and I was thinking I might use one of these, possibly number 7, that to complement with that, and to also go on with the blue. So I'm just gonna actually start building that one. So the tag, I'm just starting to cut around here because I think that it would sit nice. Well, it would sit nicely. So it really depends on the image that you're dealing with, and obviously what you're building, whether you cut around it or you cut a square out of it. It really depends. So sometimes what you do is you put the elements on the page, you know, the various things down the page, and if it doesn't look great, you could cut around it. So that's how I normally work. I try bits and pieces, and if they don't look according to what I have in my head, and you know, to my liking, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to cut this one. I'm just going to see if I might just put that on like that this time, and then maybe put something up the top. Okay, I'm just going to pause for a sec. Alright, this is the second one. I decided not to let it roll because otherwise it might be too long, because I still have to do the other page for you. So I decided to use this one and use the words behind here, and these two now. So this is a good way if you don't have string, or you could use string or wool or fabric. So now I'm going to pop them in here. There you go, and that's gonna sit there. So now let's think of what I'm going to do on this page. And so I have some ideas. Let me just grab the paper. So I actually like this this picture from the magazine, and so I was just thinking I might build another pocket down here, or rather it's a top, it's not a pocket. So I'm just going to go ahead, I think, I might glue that there, and let me see if I can grab some words to put at the bottom. Okay, I'm just going to even use this. This has been great. You know why I like this particular page is because that gives an impression of texture, but it's not actually textured, you know, and that really does balance out the other pages. So I'm just saying, yes, I think so. But I would like that part to also, I would like that part to just maybe that way. Yes, I think. So I have got ideas in my head, but I think I'm going to do that. So let me just rip that part. I can take that part out. Fold that all. Okay, I think I've decided that I'm not going to fold it this time. I'm just going to rip a little bit up so that it will fit the page. Yes, that's better. It doesn't matter if it comes out a little bit. That can go. So if I do that, yep, that will be good. And I'm just gonna rip that part. Okay, I'll get something for the top. So for the top, generally, so what I was going to do was, I've decided to use this, so I'm just gonna cut this, because this is the cover. It just needs to be a little heavier. Then you might be able to use the normal paper, but I'm just going to use this and place that there. I'm thinking, yep. So I'm just gonna maybe cut that about there. Does that? Yes, that can be there. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to glue that down and just go ahead and thinking whether that's going to suit. I think it is, and I'm just going to find something to cover that part. I don't mind the stitching because it actually looks great, and the red is actually contrasting. So I'm just going to see if I can find something. Just hang on a sec. So as you can see, this, I was thinking if this would actually look good on this spot here, but I am going to cut it up and see if that is going to fit and how well it sits. Sometimes you don't know certain colors, they actually work together, and the only way is just trial and error and just practice. The more you do, the more confident you will be in putting colors together. And sometimes you think, oh, I don't know whether it does. Now, I'll was thinking of something like, oh, maybe even like that. I know it's contrasting, but I think it works. You may disagree, but let me know what you think in the comments actually. But I think I'm going to, you know why I actually like that? Because again, if you see, it's textured, right? Because it's knitting, it's wool, and it gives the impression it's not just linear, one dimension. That's what I like about it. So I think I'm happy with that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that. I don't know if you know, sometimes when your desk is full of stuff, it gets really annoying, and I have to stop and clear it, and before I proceed. Anyway, this is what I'm going to do now, is to start building this one. So I'm just gonna pop that there. And this one is going to sit here. And see how again it's overflowing the page? That's okay, because that's the look I want, so that when you look on the side, you can see it's uneven and it's cool. That's the look I'm going for. And this one, oh, I shouldn't have put glue on there. That's going to stick. I'm going to have to wait for a while, so I'm just going to pause because I was going to staple that there. But if I do that, oh, it's not too bad. I think it should be fine. So I'm going to staple this here. So this is called a tuck, because I'll show you what you can do. And I'm gonna do two here, one here. Oh, I didn't do it yet. That's fine. I thought I did 2 pages. And I'm gonna put the thing here because it looks, and just a little bit jutting out doesn't matter. Okay, I think that's okay. Do I need words on it? I'm not sure. I will look to see if I can find any words that may go, but I want to show you what you can do with the top. So I'm gonna pinch out this. Also I have to make a tag. So say this is something you want to hide, you can put that in there, and see, you can even see there's a little tag sticking out, so you know there's like a little cute thing that pops up. So that's that one there. Let me find some words. So I think I might leave pebbles in here, don't you think? We'll leave pebbles in here, but of course you can add more stuff in your little envelope here, which I'm actually quite happy about. It actually sits there nicely. I might have to just adjust it a little bit because although it might be fine once I've opened and closed it a bit. I think it was a bit too close to the, can you see? A bit too close to the page. I'll find some words. So this one says, my life and my things fit right in. It feels right to me. I think that's I'm gonna cut that out. That's actually fitting. At the moment, this page feels right to me and it fits. So I'm going to put that in. Possibly. I'm just thinking. So again, sometimes just trying. Oh, yeah, I think I might also rip bits of it. Now this can be tricky if so again, it's all practice. When I first started, I'm like, oh, I can't get it, like it's just too fine, it's too hard to rip paper. You get used to it, and sometimes you don't know how much to take off, but again, it's practice. It's definitely practice. Just thinking whether I should just glue that there anyway. So I think that's better. So okay, now remember I told you in the first few pages that sometimes I come back and decide to put extra things on the page. I just wanted to show you that I've added here like a stitch around this, because you could possibly stitch it with, you know, slow stitching or your sewing machine or whatever, but you can create an impression of stitching using a black pen. I use Posca, but if you don't have Posca, just a black pen will be fine. And I did that with here as well, just to add a bit extra, and even this one, just a little bit. So I'm happier with those pages. This one here, I don't know, maybe I will add something up here, I'm not sure. Again, I think for now I am just going to let that go, because we have done quite a fair bit already and the video is going for a bit too long. But let me know what you think about this pocket and this tuck, and how you going with your journey if you are starting your own journey in finding a magazine and, you know, making a journal. The other thing I just wanted to say is that you may be wondering why isn't there writing spots. Now this particular journal is not for writing. This is actually for me, it's an art journal. So I have two types of journal. I have the planner style, which you will see in my bullet journal. So if you want to have a look at that, it's completely different to my art journals. So these are purely for art. It is purely to, I guess, do things and try things, try new things, try different things. It is purely to do art. And in fact, as you can see, some of my journals, which are art journals, which these are, you'll see the flip through of them in my playlist. You'll find that, well, I use my own art journals for future inspiration, because sometimes I get stuck. Because I was just thinking, actually, I was contemplating what to do with this page. And so when I flip through my journal, the envelope part, I'm thinking, hey, hang on a minute, maybe I can do that. But you know, it just gives me a bit of a trigger. And then when I saw this page which had that envelope, I thought maybe I can do something like that, but in a different style. See how this is different? This is more like opening up like that, but whereas this one is, sorry, you can't see that. This one is just an envelope like that. So it gives me an idea, or at least it just reminds me of things that I've done, because sometimes I forget what I've done in my other journals. And so this is purely an art journal. There's not going to be writing spots in them. So hopefully it answers some of your questions, especially if you're a beginner. Like me, I had a lot of questions, but it is really through experimenting that I've got to where I've got to, and I'm still learning lots. And so thank you for joining me in this journey, and thank you for being part of this community. And I so appreciate all your comments and your encouragement and your thoughts. See you in episode 4. Bye.